Let's first talk about the coronavirus. How has the epidemic affected BMW's business in China?
I mean, obviously it had some very serious effects. However, first of all, we came from a very good year last year, and also January started well. And then in February, of course, with the epidemic hitting, what happened is our business were closed, plants were closed, and we took immediate measures. So in total, we had a shutdown for almost 2 weeks in the office and in the plant. But then I think the measures from the government really helped fighting epidemic. We opened on the 17th of February, and meanwhile, actually, we're really very confident because around 95% of our dealers are open. In Shenyang, our plant is back to a 2-shift operation, and we see a very strong recovery of the business, including showroom traffic and also sales.
Some say coronavirus could push companies to stop relying on China and to move supply chain out of China. What does BMW think about this?
Well, I think it's the opposite, because China is by far our largest market. And you have the supply follows demand. And we have more than 400 suppliers in China. We're actually going to localize even more. We are starting the new TC plant in Shenyang, basically doubling the capacity. And later this year, we're going to open the second phase of our high voltage battery assembly line, producing the battery packs for our new energy vehicles. So we're investing in both. We're investing in additional products and, of course, in new technologies.
In other words, you would not change your supply chain strategies?
No, I think we have a continuous growth plan. And personally, I think that what is happening currently might accelerate some of the localization, because you need to be present in your biggest market.
It's reported that BMW will have a majority stake with the Chinese joint venture Brilliance Auto, and that contract was extended to 2040. And your second joint venture with Great Wall is also making progress. What makes BMW so confident in the Chinese market?
I think it's 2 aspects. First of all, when you look at the automotive market, the long-term perspective was and is still very strong. You have an ownership of around 170 cars per 1,000 households. In America and in Europe, it's between 800 and 600. So you have a big potential. Number 2 is there's a continuous opening up policy from the government. 2 years ago, President Xi in Boao, he announced some big basically changes on the policies. That is when we agreed with our joint venture partner on the equity, and we are going to invest 3 billion euro over the next years into new plant facilities and upgrading of facilities.